Rock.
Sheesh, weesh.
Yeah. All right, so we're
Hey,
live
we are
here.
live. Episode
And
22,
here we go.
baby.
You're
Figgy baby, sexual frequency, episode 22. Here we go. One, ready, loaded.
Let's go.
hey.
Welcome to Sexual Frequency,
Yes.
a non-judgmental place where we can play, explore, and vibe into the new paradigm of intimacy and sexuality together. I'm your host, Goddess Lore, and all the juices are flowing tonight because we have a very special guest
Come
with
on.
us. Ooh, I'm excited, but I'm gonna keep you waiting just a little bit because I want y'all to get excited, and I want to give y'all some time to get on our YouTube channel
Right.
so you could see all of the goodness that is going on in this studio right now. You can join us on Lotus Hustle Life or TGN Latinx. Firstly, I want to check in on our very own Rick Rock with the hard cock. Rick, what's good?
What's good, mama? What's good?
Yeah.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're good. I'm excited. It's going to be a good show tonight.
It's gonna be a fucking phenomenal show.
Hell yeah.
It's also the eve of Indigenous harvest season, I
That's
guess we can say. So, Rick, what are you cooking tomorrow?
We're doing turkey.
What are you doing?
My mama's doing. My mama's going all out. My mama's going out. Turkey.
Hamon.
Brussels sprouts. I don't know if we're doing ham.
Okay, Brussels sprouts.
She did
That's
some
what I'm
like
doing.
I do Brussels
some
sprouts.
turkey dish, some chicken dish like
Okay.
in Chile with bacon and wrapped in
Ooh.
bacon. Yeah,
Damn.
some Brussels sprouts, some yams or camotes. Yeah, right. Yams.
Yeah.
Damn, she's got a lot. She's got a lot, and I don't know how many people are showing up, but y'all can come over. So
I might.
Yeah, we need to eat all this food up.
I might just pull up because I'm going to my dad's and it's
Yeah.
just a couple of us. So
Most def, let's do that.
they might have to go Mimi's early, so I might just roll up to your pad.
I always throw the invite to everybody. So whoever wants to come through, come through.
Y'all heard that?
Everybody,
Through, baby, in HP.
HP, Hunter Park, Hunter
HP
Park.
in the house.
Yeah.
I know that y'all are anticipating hearing from our guest, and I'm ready to get it going. Are you
Let's-
guys ready?
Let's
Let's
go.
do it.
We ready, y'all?
Because in the studio with us tonight, we have music maker,
Yeah.
experience provider.
Right.
This is my favorite. Human of value,
Yeah.
but this is also my other favorite. Octavia Butler's favorite rapper. What the fuck? Help me welcome Figgy Baby to Sexual Frequency.
Yo. What's good? Goddess Lore.
Can y'all
Rick
feel the
Rock.
vibes?
Woo.
Whew.
I feel good. Hey, I got
It's
Octavia
electric.
Butler tatted on my arm, actually.
No.
I do. We in. That's a good. I'm happy you
Listen.
brought that one up. I want everyone to know my
Listen.
Twitter handle. That's it.
I have to because okay, so I don't know a lot about Octavia Butler. However, I started reading this book. Damn it, and I'm gonna forget the name. Pleasure Activism.
Adrienne Renee Brown, right?
No, it's
Oh.
Adrienne Marie.
Adrienne Marie Brown. That's right.
Man, and she is a very big fan of Octavia Butler. And I learned about Octavia Butler through this book, through Adrienne. And I was like, I need to go down a rabbit hole right now because Octavia Butler sounds like this bitch right up my alley.
Yo, facts.
Like
Wild.
rest in power, Octavia Butler. But when I got introduced to you, it was like just through IG. It was a friend of mine, and we were talking about like the show and like what I'm wanting to do. And he's like, "Hey, do you follow Figgy Baby?" And I was like, "No, I've never heard of Figgy Baby." Instantly got on my IG and I saw your Twitter handle, and I was like, "Holy shit! If this isn't meant like to work out," and I've been anticipating this episode for a long time because I've been wanting to reach out to you since like episode 1, and I was just like, I was nervous. I'm not even gonna front. Like I was nervous. I was like, oh my god, it's Figgy Baby.
Sure.
Like, but I knew that this was like the type of energy that I really wanted to cultivate in the show and like what we're doing here because it's like some new paradigm shit, you know?
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight. Um, Listen, my listeners know that one of the top things that gets my pussy wet is a balanced masculine.
Let's.
Okay?
Oof.
A balance, not just a balanced masculine, but somebody who is out there building community and being inclusive and just being unapologetically you. And so I just want to give you your flowers because this is just through your socials that this energy like comes through in what it is that you're doing, and now you're sitting right next to me.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, it's
Yo,
exciting.
you know, I feel the love right now, and I feel all
Mm.
those flowers, and I'm really excited to be here. Once you reached out to me and you sent me one of the episodes of your show, I was
Yeah.
like, well, this is one of the hottest, and I mean that really like sexually hot ass shit. The podcast, the vibes, it all, and I was like, yeah, this, because people send me reach out and they ask to come through different podcasts, and
Yes.
podcasts are big right now. A lot of people have
Right.
different shows that cover a really wide range of things, and folks reach out. And I'm like, yeah, this shit it's kind of like lukewarm, you know, like what we really getting into.
Yeah.
And I heard yours 5 minutes in, y'all were like, I was like, man, this shit is getting me. I want to, okay, yeah, this is right. This feels good. So I'm very happy to be here as well. So
I appreciate that, and I will take those flowers too, because when I reached out and then you were like, well, send me your podcast and let's see if it's a good fit. And I was like, oh damn.
yeah, it's real.
Like, okay, well, here you go. Episode 1. Let's go. So thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
It feels a little bit like serendipitous, a little bit surreal, but we're here, baby, and we are live. So we want to invite you to get close and personal with us. Come and sit on our lap, baby girl, baby boy, baby they, them, because we have room for all of you here at Sexual Frequency.
Absolutely.
Every part of you is accepted and welcome here. And we want to see you. Join us in the comments. Drop in your questions, your comments. Let us know. What do you want to know about this amazing human I have sitting
The comments
to my
already,
left?
they're already on there. Like we got
I'm gonna pause that though real quick,
yeah, that's
Ricky,
right.
because before we get started, you know how we do it at Sexual Frequency, baby. Let the people know what time it is.
That's right. It's time for that pre-roll.
Pre-roll time, baby.
Pre-roll.
We got that special invitation just for you. Yes, it is D Slaps Beauty Bar. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one place that you want to go to get your nails done for this holiday season, and that is D Slaps Beauty Bar. Come get spoiled with their complimentary mango mimosas and variety of snacks as you receive your mani, your petty, or if you're in the mood for something a little more sensual, you can go in for that milk bath.
Ooh.
So yummy. D Slaps Beauty Bar also offers body sculpting and top quality facials for special customers just like you. All the special people that are tuning into Sexual Frequency, we're talking to you, baby. You're that special ass customer. So stop by D Slaps Beauty Bar. It is located in Torrance at 24401 Hawthorne Boulevard, baby, and get the treatment that you deserve. Once again, D Slaps Beauty Bar. You want to know where it's located? 24401 Hawthorne Boulevard. Ask for Tiana or Mocha and tell them that Goddess and Rick from the Good News sent you, baby.
That's right.
And think of us when you're getting all that scrub and that love.
I'm gonna have to go get my nails done. I'm not gonna front. My
That's
shit is
right.
coming down. I gotta get fresh up for the holidays. Really flex on them, you know.
Yes, let's go. So now that we've done the pre-roll,
Yep.
Rick, let's get into it. What do we have going on in the chat?
Already.
All right, so Evolve with Nicolette is on saying yes. Hi, beautiful, sexy souls. Kara Mommy's in the house with some hearts and heart eyes. Tyler Payne, Figgy Baby is big.
Hey.
Yes.
And then Nicolette saying again, we're all going to Rick's house. So, and Tyler Payne, I just can't wait. Lord have mercy. Kara Mommy wants the address. I'll send that to you later, girl.
You said, hey, in the DMs, hit me up in
We'll
the
do all
DMs.
that at the end of, at the end of the
Hey,
show.
Chad, we got a personal moment.
Tyler Payne again, please tell Fig how good his hair looks.
Tyler.
Kara Mommy with the flower emojis. Tyler Payne close and personal. Damn, milk bath, he's saying.
Right? The milk
Right.
bath, though.
I never got one. I just started treating myself nice, you know, really getting the
Yeah.
bath, get to
And then-
exfoliate it. And so
I'm sorry to cut you off, guys. Also on the chat room, Nico Baby is saying we love a balanced masculine.
Yes.
Hi from Big Bear.
What up, Big Bear?
Cock blockers are in the other room, and I'm here for all the sexy.
Yes, baby. Put the cock blockers in the other room.
Marlena in there saying good evening, sexy people. So thank you everybody for being on the chat. And keep chiming in. You got any questions, shoot them out.
Yes, absolutely. Send all of the questions because we don't get this opportunity like too often. From someone who and listen, that music that you're listening to in the background.
Who is that?
That's you, baby.
Is that me?
That is Figgy, baby.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
You're gonna be hearing a lot of it because he got some bars.
Yeah.
It's good.
And
you said it perfectly because it's good. You're gonna hear it.
Yeah, it is good. And your music, man. Oh man, I love the beats. Yeah, it's good, man.
Hey, shout out to Jaded Eye, that's my producer.
Hey, shout out to the producer.
Yeah.
So I want to get started on this because the topic of tonight is reimagining and healing masculinity. And that's really what you're doing. I want to start off with just something that you tweeted. It says, fuck what they tell you. Men cry. Women cry. Everybody cries. It's a goddamn human function that allows you to release all the tension and pain built up in our bodies and mind. Let yourself be free and have the fullest range of emotion you possibly can.
I did write that.
You fucking wrote that.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I cried my fucking eyes out today. Hard. And it was amazing. I felt so much better after, like euphoric. You get a high from it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's not just a release. It's not just like, oh, cry is good. You will literally find pleasure. Yes. Pleasure in that emotional expression. And I feel like, especially for men holding that shit back, like you really only hurting yourself. And you could be not even healing yourself and make you feel good.
Yeah,
get high off them tears.
See, this is what this show is about, and like healing through pleasure. Also, oof. That a lot of times we have this misconception that healing has to be this like deep hole that we can never get out of, but we can heal through pleasure. We can heal through some BDSM. We can heal through all of the things through tears, like you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, and the reason why I wanted to start off with this particular tweet that you put out, because if that last line is not what the foundation of New Paradigm is, I don't know what is. Let yourself be free to have the fullest range of emotion that you possibly can. Because that means when you're allowing all of your emotions, it means you're being authentic to yourself.
Absolutely.
It means you're living in your truest essence, your energy, your vibration. You're honoring all of those things that are inside of you and are alive and wanting to come out for the world to see. And we have to not let these oppressive systems like fuck us up anymore.
No, absolutely
we
not.
Can't.
No.
We cannot. And I love also talking about how the patriarchy fucks up men.
Oh yeah.
Because the shift has really been around, and don't come at me, but this whole like movement of
about to say,
the future is female. Don't get me wrong, the future needs to expand and open the road for females also to have the same opportunities, but the future is female does not mean that we negate the masculine. It doesn't mean that we say, okay, men, y'all had your chance. Now it's our turn. Like, fuck all y'all. What you got to say? We're taking over.
No, the third space is the future. The future is the purple, is the blending of both, is every human having the access to that full range that we're talking about, right? Is having access to femininity and masculinity and other things that we don't even know yet, right? Yes. That, I've seen shirts that say future is non-binary, and the future is just, we don't even know. It's infinite. The future is infinity. And I like purple, though. I always go back to purple in regards to thinking about kind of the blending of genders and the blending of just everything, right? The future is purple, y'all.
Listen, look at the studio. We're purple. All
Yeah,
up
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying, right?
bitch.
That's how I knew when I walked in I was in the right place because y'all had the
Yes.
right lighting and
Yeah.
everything. So
And purple is royalty.
purple is royalty
Purple
as
is
fuck.
purple is royalty. And I have to tell you, you inspired me to purchase a shirt. The future is fluid.
Oh,
El futuro es fluido.
oh yeah, I got that.
I saw you wearing that shirt and I was like, I need to get me one of these motherfucking shirts real quick. And I wore that on our second episode. We had an episode on fluidity, and I wore my shirt and and it was purple. I picked purple.
Oh, it was
of course.
purple. Dang, I didn't even know they
Yeah.
had that option.
Of course, they have a purple option, and like that's what I picked. That's what I gravitated
All right, hell yeah.
towards. Yeah, I love it.
Yo, I was just so giddy. Look at that smile. That's a great
I
smile.
know. I'm really happy, guys. I'm sure you can tell. So I want to ask you, what has your journey been like to get to this space that you are? Do you feel that you have always lived your life unapologetically who you are, or who supported you in doing that? Because a lot of times, from our experiences growing up, it's like your parents are your first oppressors,
In a lot of ways, yeah.
in a lot of ways they are. So I'm curious to know, like, what has your path been like to get to where you are right now?
Well, just to answer one of your questions directly, I have not always been this unapologetic.
Okay.
Especially not in my gender expression. I mean, I grew up playing I played football in high school all 4 years, and that environment and culture is just like the most repressive and hyper masculine and toxic environment that there can be, while also simultaneously being like remarkably homoerotic. And this kind of like weird way where men can explore their sexualities in like these really like, I don't even understand, like going back to like these locker room energy relationships, slapping each other, playing weird pranks on each other. And
it's
like,
a bubble.
It's wild. It's, I think one thing, well, I won't get off topic, but now I want to hop back thinking about ways that men are allowed to, or find ways to explore their sexuality early on. We can talk about that. But I grew up my father's immigrant from Mexico. My mother's actually from England. And then lived in Mexico for 15 years and then moved to the States, and I was born that same year. And I think that I did not come to a shameless point in my life until post-college, until like post 21, and feeling like, okay, I've like reflected on my childhood, reflected on the communities that raised me. College also, I went to extremely progressive, like wild out there school in the Western Massachusetts. I'm from Southern California, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? And just like really engaging with like a very diverse range of folks, especially in the world of queerness and transness. But still, even in this highly progressive space, felt that as a masculine energy that was coming in, I was also very quickly to be put in aside and not given that same kind of like patience or love to explore my full self. And, I would get drunk and make out with dudes from my soccer team or my Frisbee team, like just like on some silly shit, right? But that same way. And we were just like, oh, it's funny. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. You know what I mean? And I think I'm lucky enough to have been raised by a mother who's been pretty progressive. And I remember she was taking me to the AIDS walk when I was like 14 years old. And I was like grabbing condoms everywhere and trying to hide it from her. And really that she didn't give a shit. But I think even in being raised by a pretty progressive mother, there were not talks around consent. There were not talks around masculinity or sexuality or gender fluidity, still a very traditional household when it comes to binary. Right. As progressive they are, still understanding the scope of identity and self as either or, and not this fluid, ever moving, changing, morphing thing, which really it is. And that now really where my permission of shamelessness is coming from is understanding that today can feel different from tomorrow, that will feel different from the next day. And that allows me to free up to just be like, what feels good right now is what I should be like moving myself towards. And in terms of communities that supported me, I think that, I mean, I do owe a lot to women in my life, right? Because before anyone else was dapping me up and showing me love, coming through this space, wearing dresses and nail polish, it was like mujeres in my life and women that were definitely like, yeah, rock that shit. Like my homegirl, Allison, who actually is coming over to my house for Thanksgiving tomorrow. She's the one who encouraged me to paint my nails for the first time. I had this fresh pair of Jordans that I bought for a college graduation, and they were like these kind of pastel blue. And she's like, "Oh, I have nail polish just like the same color." And I was like,
Perfect.
"Oh, yeah." And then I loved it. I brought the shoes and I compared it. I'm like, "Yo, this is so sick." And then I was just like, "Yeah, this is awesome." But it was just like, it was such a, supportive environment. And from there, as I was moving in my work, people were just, like hyped it up, and people really loved, and I think affirmed me. Folks who hadn't given themselves that permission yet saw me doing these things and were like, "Dang, like you just gave me permission to do it." And I was just like, "Oh, wow, this has effect outside of just like my own, like, oh, this is kind of cool, put nail polish on." Right.
Yeah.
And then I think that like reinforces my want to like make a choice towards shamelessness and make a choice towards queerness and fluidity. And music too. I mean, like as traditional and maybe toxic masculine hip hop and rap can be at certain times, it is also one of the only sources of like extreme range when it comes to emotional expression. I mean, I think about Kendrick, like he has songs where he's like squeaking. It's like he's crying. He's so emotional. He's like talking about his cousin being killed, and I can feel like it coming out of his throat. And I'm just like, that is the breaking, right? Even that. And for me, that's just like, that's all I need to be like, wow, damn. And being in creation and dancing and moving and writing and rapping, that has just been such a bridge into my shamelessness outside of the work, as an artist, because if I'm giving myself that permission on the page and on stage, then like, why not give myself that permission everywhere else?
You said so much.
Is that dance? My bad.
No, I'm so glad this is being recorded, because there was so many gems in there that I wanted to like repeat and say, "Fuck, that was so good. Oh my God, that was so good." Like there was and that happens when it's like you're receiving a transmission almost.
Downloading.
You're like, you have that download that you're just, needing and wanting to share. And when you're in spaces that allow that, it's just so beautiful.
Absolutely.
Especially the stage. I feel like the stage is such an opportunity to show us all the places that like we've never been, right? And I think that that's some of the best things that happen on stage is when we allow ourselves to go to those places.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The places that we're afraid of.
I think
that's the magic.
And I think specifically for myself, I have been developing a relationship with this stage longer than I've been developing a relationship with basically anything else in my life, maybe except myself.
Right.
And so that is where I'm just like, I just like see myself sometimes in reflection, or I even watch like show footage, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I just like was wearing that, or like was saying those things. Like I just like, and it blows my mind, but it's because that's where I'm most comfortable. And I feel like the character of Figgy Baby, right, also has, and sometimes, and sadly, is actually has much more permission to be free than like myself as Fig, kind of like rolling around like in between the work, because there it's just like I'm so grandiose and like epic and shameless, and it feels powerful, and I see the people, and I'm giving and getting, and there's connection and there's downloading, and it's just like, yeah, I'm like a spirit, not even a human anymore. And so with that, there's just like infinite potential. And then I come back and I'm like, damn, I wish I was that brave, just like on a day to day, which I'm not always. And I have to admit that too. But we're working on it, right?
Every day. We're working on that every day. I did come across an interview you did where somebody asked you like what superpower you would want if you could have any superpower, and it brought me back to what you just said. Was so interesting. Do you want to share what your answer was? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
You said the ability to fly, because it would elevate you like on stage, and you were like, and fucking to break dance in the air, like how fucking dope would that be?
That's an awesome answer.
It really is. And so when you're talking about right now, like that on stage, you're a spirit. If you're literally breakdancing in the air when you're on stage, you're already doing it.
Someone hit me with a superpower. Like, y'all stop playing out here. Like, come on now.
Okay, Rick, we got a lot of movement. What's going on?
We do got a lot of movement. All right. So Tyler Payne was saying, "God is Lord, you speaking facts right now." Wow to comment. Parents are your first oppressors. So he was saying deep. Watch Your Mouth with Mozo is saying Bloomy's in the building.
Mozo in the building.
Shout out to Mama Fig.
Hey.
And Figgy always fresh. Good, good point. And then Marlena throwing hearts out there. Fig is an official. Oh, I just lost that. Fig is an official gem dropper.
Absolutely.
You got to see Fig live though. He killed it over here in NYC.
Just got back.
Yeah, he did.
And then up here we got Nico Baby saying, "Mind blown, bro." He says it so simply. If only everyone do it. Don't have to make it so hard. Oh no, if everyone didn't make it so hard, that was a typo there. So
yeah.
And then we're all coming up shit. Oh, here we go. Tyler Payne. Shit. I've only seen him live in Cali. He is coast to coast.
He is. He bi-coastal.
There you go.
Bi-coastal, baby. Bi-coastal international.
That's facts.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to Berlin. Shout out to Montreal. You can be at the Paris show?
I'm going to be at your
2022. We're going to European tour. So
wait, it's already set? It's already in the books? Because I know you've been manifesting.
I've been manifesting. Things are happening right now.
That's great.
I'm going to manifest with you.
There you go.
Figgy Baby Paris 2022, baby.
Facts. That's it. It's happening. Done.
You literally fucking said so much that we can like unpack and peel and all of the layers. I want you to talk a little bit though. I would like to know more about like the work that you're doing as far as community building.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because so important. And this made me reflect too, because obviously our show is like for adults, you know, and because you know I have a 13-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I'm like, man, when would I feel comfortable for my 13-year-old listening? And it'll be a while, but
couple years.
Yeah, but it made me think that, like, you know, the answer is really like when we go with our youth, because I feel like the youth is at an age like when kids are young, they're so much closer to their divinity.
Absolutely.
That they are just sheer magic and they just speak the truth, right?
Yes.
But as we get older and we take them to all of these oppressive places like fucking school, right? Like their imagination starts kind of being killed off a little bit, and you have to kind of stand in line and do all of those things. So the youth is really like a pocket of where am I going? What do I have permission to do? You know, and so the fact that you're doing work like this with youth is so powerful and so important. So speak on that.
I'm going to immediately go to a conversation I had with my middle schoolers Friday. And I asked them, because I recently just shaved all my hair off. Mm-hmm. And I asked them, I did it that night too, after the fact. Because I was telling them, I was like, yo, I'm trying to shave my head off. Like, you know, but I'm a little scared, right? Feels like a big risk. You know, I connect myself a lot to my hair and all that. And, you know, and so I asked them like, yo, what's the biggest risk that you want to take or have taken with your like fashion or like with your body, right? And I felt like, you know, they were like, well, I want to dye my hair, or I want to paint my nails, or, you know, I want to like get a piercing or something like that. Right. It was, but and these are middle schoolers too. So it's like 12 years old, and just like, they want to dye their hair. It's like this really kind of like exciting thing. And I feel like that is the conversations that we're having that has almost the most value. You know, some of the language around patriarchal masculinity and all that be going over people my age's head. I mean, it goes over my head, like, you know, and so we're just getting down to exactly what you said, like making them feel comfortable to maintain that shamelessness. Right. Maintain that permission over and over and over. So then continuously as they grow, they still feel like they can express themselves and be their wildest kind of like risk-taking selves, you know, and I love that. But so I have to have youth in my life. I just like have to be surrounded by young people all the time. And it's so important to me. Before my full-time job, before I became a full-time artist, was teaching karate in preschools. And so I just like around.
That's cool.
It was fun. But right now I lead young men's circles for high schoolers and middle schoolers every week out of this program called A Place Called Home in South Central. And we get down about everything. We're talking about fashion. We're talking about crying, communication, consent. And really it's surprising how much they understand right from a young age too. Absolutely. I feel like a lot of time we don't want to have these conversations around sex or consent or touching with kids because we feel like it's going to corrupt them, but really like that stuff is already happening. Like just hugs or high fives or like, can I pet your dog, or, you know, can I borrow that pencil? Like that's consent. Right. And so those are the conversations we're having. And also like I mean, with the youth, they're wild because they just say whatever. And that's so beautiful because I'd rather have people in my life just be shamelessly asking questions that are kind of like a little buck. So then we can handle it and move forward than be holding that in because they're scared they're going to offend someone because they're not going to learn otherwise.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot in my men's group that are like, much older. And I really appreciate with the young people that they're just sharing things in their life so shamelessly. Like a young man was talking about his girlfriend and she wasn't showing up to class. And so, but then he was like, started talking to like his girlfriend's friend. And he's like, and just kind of nice, like having someone pay attention and like have some like, like kind of like touching me and showing me. I'm like, yo, let's talk about love. Like, let's talk about physical touch. Let's talk about needs and wants. And I'm like, thank you for just like going in at it, right? And he's like, and then yesterday we had a meeting and they were like, they're like, hey, yo, mister, like, how do you deal with like breakups? And I was like, hey, let's also not front. I'm like, did Shorty break up with you? He's like, yeah. And then I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, let's like, yo, first of all, I was like, yo, I'm sorry, that sucks, right? Yeah. And then we talked about it. We talked about taking care of ourselves and just being gentle with ourselves and loving ourselves. And really, that's it. I mean, with the youth, I mean, that work is so important to me with the youth specifically, community work in general. I just want to be tapped into my neighborhood. I want to be tapped in my community, my city, and my global network as well. And so whenever I'm on the road, if it's, around masculinity or not, I do a lot of creative writing workshops as well. And that's important to me because that is inherently that's also the work. Yeah. So like with my young men, every week, one of the first things we do is a 5-minute free write. Just reflecting, right? Building a vocabulary around expressing ourselves and also building a series of tools of how to let out our emotions, right? Because they got to go somewhere, right? And we talk about that anger, frustration, rage. That's all okay. That's all okay. Just find healthy ways to have them. So, you're not out there hurting people, hurting yourself.
Damn, I love that. Rick, it's popping.
Yeah.
What's up?
Watch your mouth with Moses saying, we can't forget about the youth. Shout out to Fig and everyone out there doing the work. And these are important convos. And then Nico Baby saying Paris, here we come. Kara Mommy saying manifesting sexual frequency show with audience and Figgy performing.
Oh, let's do this.
Hey, I might have to drop a couple bars tonight,
I mean, we ready here.
Man, we get a little hot. I got some hot shit on the ready to drop.
We love the hot shit. So important, especially for young boys, of color and even men.
Definitely men.
Yes, especially man. Just this week we had I don't know what award show it was, and Kid Cudi showed up in like a dress. I want to say it was a wedding dress looking-ish. It's not the first time Kid Cudi shows up in dresses anywhere or nails painted or whatnot.
No, absolutely not.
And somebody posted on their Facebook. Yeah, I'm still on Facebook, guys. Got some family there. I got like my school group is on Facebook. Anyway,
it's all good.
because listen, my sisters be like, "Damn, you're such a boomer." I'm like,
yo,
fucking whatever.
Hey, boomer.
42 and fabulous. 42 and thriving, baby.
Hey, come say what's up to me on TikTok,
right?
Figure, baby, we having fun.
Gotta slow down. I'm on TikTok too. I just need to be more active.
Oh
shit. And so he posted on there, and he's older than I am, and he was like, what are these men doing? They're like attacking masculinity, and and somebody, of course, the people start agreeing, and I simply just put on the comment, I said, I don't think he's attacking anything. I think he's just doing what he wants.
Right. What? Yo, what is attack? Dang.
You feel threatened by this person wearing a dress?
People really need to understand the difference between comfortability and lack of safety.
Yes.
Because right now, you even talk about the language that we're using, like, I feel attacked. Do you feel attacked? Do you feel like you're at risk right now in any way? Or are you uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. Right? Which is fair. And again, like I said before, I'd rather you just call it out what it is so we could talk about it instead of like saying this outlandish shit that like is just wild. Like, you feel attacked really right now. This is like you can't sleep tonight because you worry that your safety is on. Like, what's going? Like, now you're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable because you wish 20 years ago you let yourself wear a fucking skirt.
And that's what I was gonna say. And you're uncomfortable because there's a part of this that you are drawn to.
Yeah, it moves you.
That's attracted
to. It moves you. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
There is something in there that is calling you. It's uncomfortable, so it makes you angry. it makes you say like, what the fuck? This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Huh.
But you're ignoring that little tickle, that
Yo,
sensation
because
that
that
you're feeling
is-
in your body.
Because if you were like,
Yeah.
whatever, Ekis, like, it doesn't really bother me, like, just let, like, okay, oh, cool, and then move on. It's like, yeah, that's whatever. But the fact, like, right, it's moving you.
Mhm.
There is something about this that is like
Yes.
causing a emotional reaction, and that alone is enough to be like, oh my God, what's happening? The walls are collapsing,
Yeah.
you know? And instead of like the fear, I would say, be like, okay, let me give myself some yes and energy and explore this.
I love that. Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yes, and so important. And we have so much to learn from what you're saying. That age group of children that just say what's on their mind.
Yeah.
Because as adults now we can see the world that we're living. People are scared to say anything because they're going to get canceled. People are afraid to say something because it's like, you're so insensitive, you're so ignorant. And while there's a difference between being like willfully ignorant and wanting to be hurtful, there's also something to be said about somebody who's speaking from a perspective of being a product of society
Absolutely.
and not being exposed to certain things. Man, my friends just showed me this episode of this one show. Oh my gosh. I want to say that it's Shangela, and oh my God, who is, I don't know, they're drag queens, and they go out to like different areas in like the US, to places where, that's not something that's like very common. They
Right.
showed me an episode and they went to Selma.
Wow.
Man.
Scary. They're brave.
So fucking powerful. Like, man, I'm gonna hit up Tony, text Tony, see if he can tell me what the show is, because it was so powerful. And there was actually a woman in the circle, because they talked to a lot of the women who were part of, the civil rights movement that was going on in Selma.
Yeah.
And one of them had major Octavia Butler vibes. The presence, the voice, the knowledge, the beauty that was coming out of her mouth, that was just like, it was just so beautiful. And so much of it is about exposure. It's like, we don't know. We separate ourselves from this reality. We make ourselves the other. Or not even ourselves, the other
people,
person.
the other. Yeah.
It's like, what? There always has to be the other. Why? There doesn't.
It's hard because I think folks don't know how to define themselves if they're not someone else to define against. Right. And it's like, I need this to know what I am. And it's kind of sad because you don't just know who you are. Yeah. Like you have to like, well, I'm not that. Yeah. Low battery. People are defining themselves by what they're not by what they are.
Oh yeah. And
it's hurting them, especially men. Right.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not soft, I'm not gay, I'm not effeminate.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm whatever. But what are you? Like, what are you? Are you confident? Are you explorative? Are you adventurous? Like, what I feel like, we're just like, and going to the bar to watch a sports game is not a personality trait. That's a hobby, y'all. Figure that out. All right.
Absolutely. You're right. Rick, what do we got going on in the chat?
Evolve Nicolette saying Figgy just gained another fan.
Hey, Evolve.
Watch your mouth with Mozo says bars.
Definitely
you
bars.
look great, Goddess Loaded. Big facts in the conversation right here we were having. She's saying, I'm convinced Lil Boozy's deep down is in love with Lil Nas X.
Yo, Mozo, you wild, bro.
I mean,
you gotta say,
but facts.
Yeah, exactly.
But facts.
Also, you gotta say what you gotta say. And get with it or get lost.
You heard?
Yeah.
Hey, you know the vibes. Hey, Mozo is a real. Hey, shout out to Mozo and shout out to that podcast as well. Mozo's doing a lot of this great same work, around exploring masculinity and manhood through a Dominican perspective as well. So
we should link up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's link up.
That's it. Happening.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so much and there's so many dynamics because women play into it as well, and again, it's the system that just has us fucked up, thinking that we have to think and be and do certain things. And in order for us to be ourselves, that means we have to oppress or alienate other people. Or in order for me to come up, I have to, be like, oh, I don't want a soft man. I don't want a man that's going to cry. We have to be able to hold space for the masculine to be the masculine and have vulnerable moments, in the same way that the masculine has to hold that energy for women to have moments of, you know, being able to penetrate and, you know, be out there and be in the forefront. It's
Literally.
like literally my dream in
Literally,
yes.
so I wanted to say earlier, I wanted to let you finish, but
Listen, we about that pegging life, okay?
hey, yo, shouts to real men get pegged. All right.
Listen, I agree. I saw this meme, which is perfect timing for tomorrow.
Right.
It says a perfect question to ask at the Thanksgiving table is like, how do you feel about pegging? Like if you're trying to leave early, you could just so how do you feel about pegging? What are your thoughts on pegging?
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna be like, yeah, take a, you know,
Let's
don't
talk
even take
about
it to
it.
go plate. Just
Yeah.
yes. Sorry. Well, we can talk about that too, to be honest, because I feel like that's anyways.
Yeah.
Everyone, I would say this in any moment of tension or action, that everyone involved in the party has to take responsibility.
Yes.
Right? Men, women, non-binary folk, everyone has responsibility to take in reimagining, dismantling,
Yes.
and rebirthing our understanding of self and in our range as humans. And, you know, I know even that you know, women are, and especially in households and mothers and fathers, they're perpetuating those same, don't cry, you're a boy.
Yes.
Right? And then in relationships as well, I've, you know, been out, and I talk about this in one of my songs, Polish, where, you know, I'm going out with women and they're like, see my nail polish, and they're like, nah, that ain't it. And I'm like, really? I'm super hot. I got good dick. And like, they out here being like, off the nail
you
polish.
heard it here. He got good dick.
I got good dick. Y'all can ask around. But like, yo, but y'all missing out because of the nail polish. Like, that's wild, you know?
Yeah.
And they're just, you know, and they're judging my entire character, not just a good dick, you know,
right.
but also
Of
the kind of
course.
person I am and considerate and whatever it is, right? And the same thing that, you know, they've also been internalized these understandings of what is attractive,
Yes.
what's hot, what's sexy, and then seeing, you know, this person in a dress or in a skirt or even something is like nail polish seems like not even that like present. It's like down in my hands, like you don't even really see it if you don't have to.
Right.
And that being such a turnoff, not allowing for that kind of thing. It's just like I feel sorry that men and women and all folk are limiting their ability to build relationships and also allowing themselves to grow and have again, right, tapping into the root of this all is the full range of emotion because of these very superficial things, really. You know, Kid Cudi, like in a dress, like at the end of the day, like it's kind of sad that it's such a revolutionary thing for a man to show up in a skirt or a dress.
Right.
And I feel bad sometimes when people are so hype about the gender bending that I do, because really I'm like, damn, the bar is so low. The bar solo, this is what y'all stoked about. And like, of course, like it's still, you know, a lot of people are not giving themselves permission. So it has value. And also I'm like, damn, we got some work to do, you know?
Yeah. It's like, but we used to all wear fucking robes back in the day. Men, women, we all fucking wore robes. You know, how hot is it like to see a man in a kilt? Come on.
Hey,
like
that's the kilt vibe.
Yeah, when I was younger, I mean, you know, when I was like younger, I was like, ooh, kilts. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
And then Braveheart came out.
Oh.
I mean, you know, Mel Gibson problematic. But,
yeah.
You know,
I was just about to say, but you got it.
Even wrestling, Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper. Absolutely. He wore his kilt. Yeah. And that was a big turn on. And then, you know, Braveheart came out and that scene, like when they're ready to go to battle and they all lift their kilts up and showing their shit. I'm like, you go.
That's tough.
That's tough. Showing your kilt. Like you fucking came to war without any undergarments. Like what?
Most flexibility. It's practical. It's practical.
Right.
I love that shit. I don't know why this is making me reminding me of this, but there's some indigenous groups in like Australia and New Zealand.
Yes.
And they do a lot of these. I feel like, and this is maybe not exactly related, but I was thinking about the, you know, like the Braveheart scene in the war, and they before their like games or like at funerals, they have these like dances, right? I can't remember what they're called, but they're like crying and like and there's something about that I love, and I feel like that is this like really kind of like beautiful blending place. I really remember. I wish I knew the name of these like these songs or these like I don't even know what mantras or spiritual callings or I'm sure they're called many things, but like a group of men just like in screaming and yelling and then also like having these like mass emotions, letting it out. And it seems that it's like in one way, like this super hyper masculine thing, but then also it's blending perfectly with like allowing yourself to just be like so emotional and present. And I don't know. I just took a small
Yeah.
tangent because I was just thinking of the war scene and then
It's-
just the general that energy. But they're
Yeah.
not going to war. They're like a sports game or having a
Mhm.
ceremony or something. And I'm just like, oh, and this is a positive way to let it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's very few places where men are allowed to show emotions. And like we were saying, like the pocket or the bubble of sports being one of them, whether you're in the locker room or if your team wins the Super Bowl or the Dodgers winning the world championship, seeing a man cry, it's like totally acceptable.
Yeah.
But if he's expressing some type of emotion over like an actual relationship in their life, it's like, man, stop being a little bitch. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, and I'm like, stop calling men pussies. Okay, pussies are fucking bomb. You should want to be a pussy.
I
Okay,
really
bitch, we tight, we wet, we all of it.
One of my favorite responses to that diss is like, "Oh, you a pussy?" Is I am what I eat. You know what I mean? I always remember that. I always remember when I first heard that. I was just like, "Oh my god, yes! I'm gonna use that all the time."
I like that.
Absolutely, I am.
Absolutely, what's
I
up?
am absolutely a pussy. Thank you very much. I
Love that
it.
shit. Juicy motherfucker. Okay, anyways,
Go ahead,
No.
go ahead.
Yeah, the chat. Everyone's on the chat. LMAO Fig. What do you call it? Felix Reyes Jr. saying they blocking. They blessing based off some nail polish ? Shame on those women.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And laughing
Same.
emoji.
Yep.
Watch your mouth with Moses and gangsta as fuck.
That's my boy right there.
And then back to Felix. Braveheart was before we knew Mel Gibson was so problematic.
Yeah, absolutely. It was before he was problematic. Shout out to Felix. Shout out to everyone from the Good News who's on here. Evolve with Nicolette. She's got her show. We Don't Make the Rules podcast is on too with Felix. Thank y'all for coming through and supporting We the Fam here. Like, we show up for each other. Man, time is just going by so fast. But a couple more things that you tweeted.
Oh wow. Bring it back.
Here we go. Don't be out here trying to find the one. You are the one.
It's true. That one I remember. That I remember because I've been trying to remind myself of that recently.
Bruh.
Yeah.
And there is no one.
Yeah.
There's no one. It's the one you choose or the multiple ones that you choose. Right. There's no, and not to say that doesn't exist because, don't come at me, all the monogamous people, but that's okay. Like if that's what you are choosing,
right,
it's all good.
Right.
If that is your one and that is your choice and that is who you're dedicated to.
And even in monogamous relationships, though, choose yourself. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Even in those, that comment wasn't even around polyamory or monogamy or that. It was literally at the end of the day that you are your first relationship and you are your first priority and you are who you should be finding pleasure and joy for. Mm-hmm. And that will only allow you to find pleasure and joy with and for your partner or many partners or whoever.
Yes. Yeah, and that's true.
Yeah. Take care of home base.
I like that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you are number one. That's what I've always kind of believed. Like, worry about you. I mean, as much as I love to take care of everybody first and put myself last, at the end of the day, you still got to worry about you, and you should always look out for number one. And go that route first, because
no one's gonna complete you. You're already complete. Absolutely. You're a whole ass human.
You a whole ass
by yourself. Just you, baby. Yeah. Nobody else.
Take care of home so you could house.
Yeah. And listen, I always say that too. Like when it comes to sexuality and self-pleasure, it's like you're the partner that you're with the longest. You are the longest sexual relationship you will ever have.
Absolutely. And off of that, you're really making me want to talk about masturbation and especially self-pleasure for men. Mm-hmm. That and I'm going to say we because I want to take accountability with the community. We do not know how to pleasure ourselves. We do not know how to be tender and gentle. Yes. I know men who can't even touch themselves other than when they're jerking off, like they're, just like how to give yourself a massage, how to explore what feels good. Like, have you ever just rubbed your inner thigh or your belly?
Did y'all see him do the thing? I do it all the time.
I can feel it in your neck. Like, rub your own head. Like, take a bath. Like, light a candle. Have some deepness was when you're touching yourself. You feel me? And so I just wanted to add that in as well.
It's usually very genital focused.
Oh yeah, and very quick. It's about the job, getting it done, and then moving out, opposed to this experience of pleasure and exploration. It's just about again a very traditionally masculine trait of the productivity, getting it done and then moving on. And it's like, nah, take some time. Like,
Yeah.
yo, feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on
Like
now.
you're not 13 anymore, like, and your mom leaves the house and you need to like rub it out.
Yo,
real
you
quick
got your own
because-
apartment.
because she's coming home.
You got apartment and healthcare, yo. Come on, touch
And
yourself.
healthcare. I've been leaving my son home alone. You know, like today, I took my little one to get a COVID test. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the Clippers game on
Right.
Friday, and I was like, "No, you don't have to go. He's 13. I'm giving him his space, giving him his time." And we have a bird, and he's like, "Well, just make sure to text me before you get here so I could put the bird away." And I was like, "The bird could be code for whatever you want it to be." But I'm gonna text you and let you know that I'm coming.
Oh, mama.
And I'm gonna give you your time.
That's real.
You
I
know?
always wonder. I always just, in my head, I'm like, oh, I absolutely am gonna know if I have kids, like what's going on. And I wonder if my folks did know or if they didn't. Sometimes I
Mhm.
feel like they didn't, but then also I'm like, how could they not have? But also different generations, so sometimes they just ignore that this is a thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I let him take his longer showers now. I don't bother him,
Wow.
you know, like
whoa.
because I know, you know, like I know that he needs his time. He needs, you know, time to be with himself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Aw,
What a great
thank
mama.
you.
Fuck.
You're doing it right.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
All right, Rick, what do we got?
All right, so watch your mouth, Mozo saying, "I am what I eat." Twitter fingers over here. Felix Ray is saying, if you're not good, how can you be good for someone else?
Absolutely,
Question
that
mark.
part.
Watch your mouth again, saying the relationship with yourself is the most important relationship.
Mhm.
It's all about the experience.
Yes.
And then Felix Reyes, apartment and healthcare, laughing emojis.
Rick, the healthcare had me dying.
Yo,
Like,
you got
and
it
then
all.
Watch your mouth. Take your time with my brothers, but take
Yes.
your time, my brothers. That's the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And you know, like one of the principles in Tantra to get men connected to their heart space, or when you're in a masculine space, I should say, because men have a womb space also, but that's a different episode. The way to get into a masculine heart space is actually first through the genitals. So
Oh.
you start with genital touch, but then you bring the energy up to your heart space. And that allows you to open and to expand. And then you can go back to the genitals, you know, like
All right, I
it
need to
doesn't.
write. Y'all write this down. Mozo, write that down.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't have to be only genital focus, but for males, it's like it's their pole. Their negative pole is their heart space. Their positive pole is their genitals.
Yeah.
And for women, it's the opposite. Their vagina is their negative space because we're taking in, right? We're taking
right.
the penetration
Oh, you mean
in.
negative? Okay.
Yeah. Negative and positive pole. Yeah. So listen, start with your genitals, but then bring the area up to other parts of your body. Like it's a sensation outside of this world. Like if y'all self-pleasure game isn't up after a pandemic,
Right.
you need to
Y'all
ask yourself
spent-
some questions.
Come on now. What you really do with
Yeah.
all that time? What
Yeah,
you really
you-
do with all that time?
You need to have
Big
a
facts.
private session with me because I have some things to teach y'all. Man, time is running so fucking fast. It's like ending so fast. But you know, we have to ask you the as much as I want to just keep talking about all of the things, you're definitely, I hope that you would come on again. But you know, we have to ask you some questions that we ask our guests.
Some hot shit.
Some hot shit.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's where I really came on. I
Some
go
hot shit. He
fun.
wanted he wanted some hot boy shit.
I want some hot boy
Okay,
shit.
so here we go. When was the last time you self-pleasured? And what did it look like?
Oh damn! When was the last time I self-pleasured?
Mhm.
Last night.
Okay.
What did it look like?
Yeah, what did it look like?
Damn, we gonna be real.
We're gonna be real.
I'm not gonna lie. I was on TikTok
Uh-huh.
and there was someone super fun that I found when I was
Uh-huh.
scrolling, and it seemed from the energy of their post that they may or may not have an OnlyFans. And so I'd seen their post a few times
Uh-huh.
and just been like, wow, this is such an attractive person. I do want to say, side note, TikTok is totally like softcore porn a lot of the time.
Yes.
And that's why sometimes I don't like it. But I was kind of like, all right, I feel like touch. And I was thinking about this specifically yesterday around like doing more than just like the genitals. And so
Yes.
I was kind of like, and now with my head shaved, I've been like rubbing my head a little bit more.
Yes.
And it feels good like against my head. And it's like a little cold, the door open, like the wind blowing through.
Mhm.
And so I was like, let me look up this person's OnlyFans and checked it out. And, they had one and they had some little hot video, some oral play. And
Okay.
yeah, and and y'all really, my Instagram followers, I should probably cut them off right now because y'all getting more than you've ever gotten before.
Instagram followers are like, yes.
Yo, right.
They're
Really?
getting on TikTok right now.
No, but I found them and enjoyed their videos a lot. And I think
Mm.
when you find people on TikTok, there's this aspect of like, oh, what else is more? Because obviously
Right.
they're not revealing everything.
Yeah.
And so I'd seen them a few times and already just they kind of moved me and
Mhm.
it's made me tingly throughout my body. And then I
That
found
part.
them and I'm not gonna lie, I was super stoked that I found a video of them. Like I was like, oh yes, they have an OnlyFans. like I just because they didn't say specifically, but I was like, they got an energy.
I'm on. Wait, you found my shit?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Was that
was-
you?
it
Were
was-
you?
it
Are you
was
my
hot.
newest subscriber?
My bad. I use a different name though, because I don't want you to know, I'm a fan and a fan. But no, I've had a video and yeah, I just like, and I'm not gonna lie, it was good and it was
Mesmerized
it
by
was-
the energy.
Yeah, it was. I
Yeah.
was just like happy because it built up because I was like I said, I didn't know and I
Yeah.
found them and I was excited and I was kind of already feeling myself and like in
Yeah.
my senses and just took my
It
time and it
happened.
felt
You found
good.
it.
It felt good. It felt good. It
I
was
love
actually it's a
that.
particularly good one. I just
We're here for it. We're
yeah.
here for all of it. Okay, let's keep on with the hot girl. Hot boy shit.
Hot boy shit. Yeah, right.
Okay. Have you ever had an emotional release through orgasm?
Oh, you mean like cry after?
Cry or any type of like emotion that made you feel maybe overwhelmed or just felt like, wow, like what was that?
Oh, I feel like I have that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's something that like that's when I know it's good. I'm like, wow, this is like almost even beyond the pleasure. It was just like some like deep, like when
Yeah.
because it's beyond the physical, when the
Mhm.
emotional and the physical like are coming together.
Yep.
It's just like epic and the tingling and I've first of all I've definitely cried after sex out of just like overwhelming pleasure and I
Yeah.
feel like it's such a
Yeah.
positive thing and it's not like I'm just like and I'm kind of like in the bed or like whatever like oh my god like what a fucking wild ass just like and I'm like damn this shit is really that's that dope
Yeah.
like the sex is so good that like I was moved beyond just like my body and I think in regards to like beyond crying, just like this mass emotional response where I just feel, I don't even know how to say it. Like I'm kind of going back in my head right now. And for some reason I feel it in my teeth. There's like some tingling in my mouth right now, thinking about like a specific moment coming out and just being like, also feeling like high, this like endorphins rushing and just feeling like life is gonna be. I mean, I have that good sex where I'm like, yo, everything is good in the world. I'm gonna be famous and rich and like this shit is like this is what it's about right here. Like I'm getting, but absolutely, I kind of want to like. It's hard to explain. I've never been asked this question, but I've absolutely felt like a mass emotional response. I think especially when you said like overwhelming, usually that has like a negative connotation, but I think it's like this but it's like a good. It's just like, and you know what it is. Also, it's like an extreme experience of presence because like I am just so in my emotion at that moment and there that I'm not thinking about what I'm worried about tomorrow or like things that have been bringing me down or the work I have to do. I'm just like so caught up in this present. Like the combination of pleasure and joy and excitement and the thrill and just a connection, right? I think so. Whew.
I know. I'm about to take my.
I'm in it right. Yeah, right. Yo, let's see what's up.
There are other people like me in the world.
Yo, that's what sex is. It's not just. It's like I've also because I also know I've had bad sex. I've had sex with people who I think, especially as a man, I've been thinking about this a lot recently because more recently I was having a physical and sexual encounter with someone and I had a lot of build up through like texting and energy. And then I met with them and I was like, oh, you know what? This is not moving me as much as it did. And I'm just going to kind of stop it earlier on and take time to like build it. And had, they asked like, oh, do you have a condom and kind of like ready to go. And I was really proud of myself that I didn't follow through with that because I realized that I wasn't moved at that moment. And so many times in my life, especially as a man, I felt this pressure that if I can have sex, then I should. And I did. And I felt really empty and the opposite of that, like just kind of like, oh, that was great for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of whack. I feel like not that great about myself, and I didn't really
Mhm.
want to do that. And so I'm really something that I want to work on and continue working on. I really recommend for all the homies out there. Also, just like you don't always have to have sex. Like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
That part.
Yeah.
What you said, it was like right on the fucking money. Like if it's there in front of me and I could, I should.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily going to yield you the best experience.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Because if you're not ready, if you're not feeling it, then it's like, what?
Don't force it.
Yeah.
What are we
don't
doing?
force it.
Yeah. What are we doing? It's not gonna be good.
It's not gonna be.
You're definitely
And then it's
right
but
about
then
that.
later that really when you're like, I know that I want this and you in it, it's gonna be so fucking amazing because you know. And that's when you also get in touch with like, oh, this is moving me. And I know that because other times it wasn't.
Mhm.
And then tapping into, you know, those moments and what was
Yeah.
you know, learning then why this made, you know, moved you and other things didn't, and building your
Yes.
vocabulary up and be able to say that, oh, I like this, like I like that, I like this kind
Right.
of foreplay. I like when you talk to me like
Yes.
that. I love, you know, right? All that shit. Just
Yep.
all that.
Expand yourself.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Okay. What is your favorite body part? On yourself
Okay.
and somebody else.
I wasn't sure.
And
Yeah.
others. We want to know all the things.
I love some fucking thighs. Just dig myself in them
Oh.
shits. Just be biting on them. Just all up in it. Just like I want some thighs. I want hands full of that shit.
Ooh, okay.
I want hands full, face in there, kissing up and down, gripping and grabbing, and just kind of like I love just a handful
Thighs.
of somebody in a, you know.
Mm.
I love thighs. And myself, that's interesting. I like my shoulder and neck area a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of from like right above the nipples up to like my neck. And I think
Mhm.
I touch there a lot too. Like there's a lot of this that happens in my
okay.
life.
Yeah.
And so I think I like being touched there. I like touching myself there. And I also like, hey, yeah, what's up? Come on.
I'm like, ooh, we're here.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
good, right? God, it's Lord. What's up? Anyways, we in the after hours.
Yeah.
No, but
that's
yeah.
for pillow talk after the show.
yeah, right. So I like this part and I like showing it off and
It's a very nice body part. Right?
thank you very much.
Okay. Forever Bay or We Can All Play.
Forever Bay.
Or We Can All Play.
I think that
you can plead the fifth. You know,
No.
answer.
I'm going to answer.
At this particular time, wow.
Yeah.
'cause it can definitely.
I feel
change.
like I do like the idea of partnership and having a primary.
Yes.
And also I like We Can All Play. I like somewhere in between. I like maybe the primary partner and then with like the room to really explore that, which is currently what I do have.
Yeah.
So I do
love
have a
that.
primary
I love that.
and then there's room to play and permission and boundaries, and I think that works, and we're working on it.
I love it.
And definitely trying to invite some other folks in with us too. So we got applications in the link in the bio.
Come on, wait, which bio?
You say you
let me make sure my phone's not gonna die.
Yeah, but both both and.
I love it. Yes. That's me too. Both and the same. Okay. So you would not be offended if somebody called you an ass. Or would you?
Called me an ass?
Yeah.
If someone called me an ass, why? Because I am what I eat?
Exactly.
You sly, goddess. You sly, Mo. Oh, wow.
The people want to know because I'm very big on ass play.
Okay.
I feel like
I will say that I absolutely to start receiving.
Yes.
I'm all about, hey, get up all up in there. I mean, that's like sometimes, yeah. And I'm all about, I like it. And I feel like it's another thing that men, especially men that are in hetero relationships, they be playing themselves because they think it's gay when their girl trying to put their fingers in their butt. And I'm like, but it's not even that's your woman. Like, how is that? Like, just the act of it itself, like that's just an ass, you know what I mean? And
it's pleasure. It's a pleasure portal.
Oh, I love it. I love all that. I am in there and around, and but not as much. I don't do it as much. I'm not as much of a giver when it comes to the ass.
Okay.
And specifically eating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Other things are all great, but I'm working my way to that.
Okay, love it. What is one thing sexually that you haven't tried but would like to?
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
one thing sexual that I haven't tried that I'd like to. I'm just trying to think.
We can give you think time. We'll
give
you
me think time because there's also
we'll go to the next question, but you can think on a scale.
I've explored a good amount too. So
a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being vanilla, 10 being rainbow. What number would you categorize yourself as?
probably 7 or 8. Maybe probably more on the 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to try everything.
We be a Skittles bag up in this bitch.
Yeah, wow. I mean, like, yo, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, definitely.
There you go. Taste the rainbow, yo.
So those were our questions. You know, you can come back to the what's one thing you haven't tried that you would like to, but I want to open it up to Rick if you have any questions for Fig.
On my phone.
Do you need a charger?
Actually, like there's this here.
Okay, but go ahead, Rick.
I'm hoping if it works. I didn't have specific questions. I really did just have I was listening to some of your music, man, and that theme songs I really like it a lot. But just some of your lyrics, happy days come and go, palms up to the sky.
Right.
Hard days come and go, palms face to the sky. I really dig that, and then also too on one of your that I thought one of your lyrics on the which song was it here? Let me look at my notes real quick here. Watermelon earrings, trying to surpass my idols, but they killed all my idols. So changing the world around me is a risk, but it's vital.
Yeah.
I was just really moved by like some of your lyrics, man. I mean, and their songs, songs are dope, man. I really did enjoy your music, man. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean that's where I put it all down. Yeah, trying to surpass my idols, but they killed all my idols. So changing the world around me is a risk, but it's vital. The queer don't go viral. The chances ain't the same. We worry about survival.
Yeah,
watermelon earrings. That's one of my favorite verses I've ever written. I feel like is like epic in ways that I've I try to get back to that. The way that I wrote that verse, because I just loved it so much. It was just like so just jumping to the fear.
That was a download.
Yeah, that was Watermelon Earrings was absolutely a download. And I appreciate that. And that's I really feel like for folks that are tuning in who are new to my work, that my music is really where you're gonna find some of my best of me in my music, because that is where I dedicate the best of me to and give the best of me to. So yeah, damn. And all the wildness, all the fun too, it ain't all deep. It's all like we could gender bend all over the bed mattress. Yee! That ground floor track with Mother Nature. So check that one out too. We out here for a lot of things. We got a full range. So, be sure to check it out and tap in.
Yeah. You said that you maybe had some bars for us that
oh, you said some bars. There, you know what? There is one a track called Skirt. Like it's kind of double, like skirt, but also skirt,
right?
Like,
ooh,
skirt.
I love
it. So
no pressure.
No. I'm just trying to remember. It's not out yet. It's gonna be on a new project. The next big projects for everyone called Spice Boys.
Damn, y'all heard it here first.
Spice Boys 2022. So it's coming out. So make sure to tap in. But she love me in the skirt when she riding. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I then. He love me in a chain and the big T, gold chain bouncing on the base of his big speech. They could bust it open for a real one, looking for a switch like a light bulb and some. I'm the king with a talent, you can get some. King with a ding, 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 you can get some bounce. Let me tell you what this shit is all about. Pretty boy, good dick, get down. If you ain't riding for yourself, get out. Here but they stand for the bounce. That's just a little bit. Just a little.
Woo! Now it really got hot.
Yeah, really.
I'm all about that Spice Boys. Okay.
Yeah, Spice Boys. I love that. I really had so much fun writing that too. I just wanted to I'm definitely sexuality and kind of the fun and the fluidness is coming out of my music more and more. And that is what the Spice Boys project is really about. It's about like fun, wild, fluid, shameless little bangers and bops.
I love that. Fluid and shameless and bangers all in the same sentence.
You're-
It's just, it's just everything.
Yeah.
Rick, we haven't gotten to the chat in a minute. What's popping over there?
So we're going a little bit, quite a
We're
ways
gonna go
back
way
here.
back.
Yeah, we're gonna go a little way back here. So, first of all, they were saying, here we go. Felix Reyes, Mother of the Year, because my mom wasn't having that with 5 other kids in the house.
Oh, the lung showers,
Yeah,
probably.
long showers. Yeah. Moses saying, "I'm taking notes. Fig,
That
I
was
got
for me,
you."
that was for me.
Yeah.
Thank
Love it.
Goddess Lotus sharing the knowledge. Carol Mommy, has he been to a dungeon or a play party?
Oh, Carol, thank you. I have not done that. And
I have not either.
Yeah, wait. So to go to the question that you asked that
Uh-huh.
I was sitting on was what's something that I want to try.
Yeah.
I think that I'd be down to do something. Yeah, like go to like a play party with like a good amount of folks and just kind of
Yeah.
like and strangers to some extent, but kind of like a
Yes.
safe, explorative.
I know the place for you.
Okay, yeah,
It's
great.
a dungeon in North Hollywood. I had
Yeah,
an
okay.
episode where we had a pastor who was
Nice.
on and who was also in the kink community.
All right.
And so the dungeon that they are a part of, it's very much open, fluid,
That's deep,
queer.
yo.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Yeah, I'm
people
into
of
it.
color. So, I'll give you that info.
Yeah, no, that
go
sounds
ahead,
great.
Rick.
Shit.
Felix was saying, referencing the OnlyFans. How much was the subscription?
Yo, you hit me up. I'll let you know.
Moses saying, "Wepa, it's
Eso.
okay to make a U-turn."
Ooh.
Smooth ass Fig when we were referring to the favorite body part, or no, ass. I think it was ass. And then
Yeah, right. I am what I
Moses,
eat.
I am what I eat. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then fire. This was referencing the songs that I was talking about. So those are my
Yes.
favorite bars. Rick, get with it or get lost. All day, every day.
Yep.
David Solis with the thumbs up or the thumbs up emoji. Is that a thumbs up? Drop that Doja instrumental.
You
though.
know what? I gotta make a comment about that. When I was in New York, I did a freestyle track in one of my shows just off the top to this Doja instrumental, and I was just ripping. And so, yeah, put some instrumentals on. We could.
I mean, shit. Listen, we
Pretty boy,
can
good.
Pretty boy,
definitely
good dick,
do that.
Marlena.
I
Carol
love it.
Mommy, Lordy, I just found your +1 for you with the
Okay,
kiss emoji.
So let me go back to that.
Wow.
Last night we were in a room on Clubhouse and we were talking about dating apps and whatnot. And Carol Mommy is like, man, she's a ride or die. And she's just like, Lore, I'm manifesting you being a third in a relationship because I feel like that's where you would be really good at.
I do
And
think
I was
about
like,
that a lot.
yeah. And I was like, Carol, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm open. So she's like, I am manifesting for you. And then she's hitting me up last night and she's like, pinging me into rooms on Clubhouse. And she's like, get on stage, plug your show, talk about this, talk about that.
Mm.
So Carol out there, she's trying to manifest all the good things.
I
for
like.
me.
Shouts to Carol Mommy.
Carol Mommy's the best. She's in
Ándale.
San Diego. She's also the one who said manifesting sexual frequency show with you performing like a live audience show
Hey,
for sexual
we
frequency.
can make it happen. That's easy.
We
That's
can make
easy.
it happen. I haven't had a live show yet.
All right. Well,
So
I think that'd be a
that
good
would be
first
dope
one.
as fuck. Yes, it would. Oh my god, this
That
is
would
so
be great.
exciting. Y'all, we are past the time.
What does
I
that even?
can't
There's no
believe
time.
it.
It's just now.
you're
We're
right.
now over and
You-
over.
You are absolutely
we give
right.
the audience what they want, and they want this.
That's right.
Y'all want
They
this?
do.
Do you like this?
Oh,
I
look
like
how
this.
how he dropped his voice like
You
that.
like
all
that little
sexy.
octave change?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we
I
got
like
tonal
that.
variation. What's up?
You trying to have a better voice than me on my show? Come on now.
My
baby.
bad. You know, I'm a recording artist.
No,
so.
it's all good. We love it. We love to hear that that sexy sounds. Okay. Well, we would like to know with something we do on the show, it's called Let's Make a Playlist. What are your top 3 songs on your like sexy playlist? Like when you want to have a very intimate, seducing kind of like the orgasms that we were talking about earlier, right? Like where it's like full pleasure, emotion, you're in it, you're like your spirit is like shaking and like high-fiving you.
I really love to fuck to D'Angelo. I really I really, really, really love to fuck to D'Angelo. And I could put on Brown Sugar, the first album, let it move to Voodoo, and let it even go all the way to Black Vanguard, and just run every single song through. And we'll have a full range of experience too. We'll make some love.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely fuck. We'll just vibe. So I do. That's what I do. I think I D'Angelo. I let a D'Angelo playlist just run. I'm trying to think of some like older stuff that I like too as well off the top. I used to have a sex playlist in like college. I made one.
Ooh, you gotta share that with us.
Yeah, had some like Trey songs on it. so like,
listen,
I invented sex remix with like Usher and all that. I was like,
that still slaps.
Yeah, that does still slap. That song is hot.
It holds up.
It does. It really does. So that track too, I have a good time too. I'm thinking about I'm trying to think of some other artists that
get you there.
Hot. Yeah.
I love me some Miguel too.
Oh, Miguel for sure.
Because he's got a lot of range. He has a lot of songs that can really get you in like a BDSM dominatrix, like dominant submissive vibe.
I love that
for sure. Yeah. So we're gonna close up the show, but we will be staying on a little bit longer live on YouTube. If you want to catch us on Pillow Talk after the show, come on in. You can find us at Lotus Hustle Life or TGN Latinx, and join us for Pillow Talk. Figgy, let the people know where they can find you, and what is it if they want to know what's going on, what's up your sleeve, they got to come to Pillow Talk. But let the people know where they can find you. What are all the places that they can, explore?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So y'all can find me everywhere at Figgy Baby. That's Figgy Baby on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm doing TikTok because people be saying wild shit on TikTok, and I respond to all of it.
Oh, I love that. But what about, you got to share your Twitter handle?
Yeah, Twitter is Figgy Baby. Well, the handle is Figgy Baby, but you can find me at Octavia Butler's favorite rapper. Octavia Butler's favorite rapper. That's just a fact right there. And everywhere Figgy Baby, FiggyBaby.com, Figgy Baby on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, wherever music is. So am I. And so tap in, tune in, and stay in touch.
Definitely. Gosh, when you said that, Octavia Butler's favorite rapper, I just felt like this big, like, just smile. Like, man, you know, she's smiling down on the work that you're doing. I know that for a fact. I feel it. I feel it in my body. I feel it in my soul. So
absolutely.
That's what's up. Ricky, you want to be found, boo? Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, Instagram, RickRocks00.
Get found.
And that's about it. Instagram.
Yeah, y'all can find me at Lotus Hustle on IG, Goddess Lotus on TikTok. And, we're live here every Wednesday. This is where we live, Sexual Frequency. Because, you got to get in touch with yourself. And I'm just going to add one more lyric in here because I just loved it so much. It makes me crack up, and it's so true. Don't jump to conclusions with bad knees.
Don't jump to conclusions with bad knees, y'all.
And listen, from two individuals with bad knees, we understand the risks of doing that. Like, don't jump to conclusions. At the end of the day, you got to work on your bones, your structure, your core, what it is that you truly and fully believe in, so that's going to support you in your authentic expression, and you're not going to be able to be shaken by anybody else. Anybody else's rules, nonsense, bullshit. You're just going to be you unapologetically.
Shamelessly.
But shamelessly.
Presently.
Yes.
Fully.
We just keep going, man. This is just so amazing. But we do have to go, and we're going to end the show like we end it every week with the knowledge of my ancestors, my mama, who said, play with yourself every night so that you know your body and you know what you like. This is Goddess Lore.
Rick Rocks.
Figgy Fig.
And thank you for joining us. This was a great episode, and we hope that you guys will join us for Pillow Talk on YouTube, and then catch us next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Love y'all.
All right, stay tuned on YouTube. So let me give me 10 seconds here. So let's do this.
Yay.
All right, peace out, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Hey. Happy days.
Yes.
Palms face to the sky. Hard days come and go. Palms face to the sky. Fuck my fears and the time I've lost, but defines my life is the time I got. I won't let the past hold me back, hold me chained, hold myself, hold me through all this pain. Yeah, hold me close, hold me so, hold me tight, brother. Sexual frequency.
Sexual frequency. We are. If you want to catch us live in the chat, they can download the Good News Radio Network app. Otherwise, we're on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple.
Yeah, it will drop as a like a podcast later.
Mhm.
Also, if you want to tap in right now, see all the folks at the same time, camera, you can go to YouTube and look at TGN Latinx.
Yes.
And so you can really see us. And
yes.
Oh, poor connection.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Where you could see us, like, subscribe, and share us with your friends because we kinky like that.
Because we kinky like that.
Hey.
Hey, yo, quick question.
Yes.
Is this also, this charging cord, is that also giving them the sound and stuff or no?
No, I don't.
Charging.
No, I think that's just
All right.
charging.
I
Yeah.
think I think it's just
Because
charging.
now they're just hearing it off of the. It's all right. They ain't hearing
Yeah.
the full fat. But you go to YouTube right now. You say what's up.
Yeah.
But we go on Pillow Talk right now. I don't even
Go
know
to
what
YouTube.
that.
Yeah, we're on Pillow Talk.
This is not gonna be in the podcast, right? This is just
No.
like for right
Yeah.
now.
This is. I mean, it's gonna live on YouTube.
Live.
You know?
Yeah.
But
think
not on the network. So those of you that are still joining us, thank you for kicking it with us on YouTube. If you have any questions for Figgy Baby, for Rick, or for myself, let us know. Drop the comments. We appreciate all of the
hype.
activity in the chat.
Yeah,
we love
absolutely.
it. We love it. Definitely David Solis, that's got to be your homie, right? I imagine.
One of the Bloom homies. Actually, a bunch of the homies from the masculinity group the men's group is
I
here.
love it.
Mozo's part of that. 130 and BK.
Ooh,
150. That's a freestyle I have.
shit.
Hey, 605 in Queens though. It's about to drop. I got all kinds of shit.
I know you just finished your East Coast tour.
I did, yeah,
Right?
little Tory tour.
You did a tour. You did some creative writing stuff,
Yeah.
and I love how humble you are too. Like when you post like messages that people sent you, and just like you're not a person who is just writes people off. Like you respond. You're very present with your your following.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate
Yeah.
you noticing that because it's important, and I feel like, especially when folks, I feel like it's scary to reach out to
Mhm.
people that you admire. And
Hello, I was scared to reach out to you.
Yeah, right. That's
and that's what I gotta do. I gotta get guests on my show, and I was like, "Oh my god, but Figgy baby."
But that's why I appreciate you want to match. I'm like match that vulnerability with vulnerability, or
Yes.
just with like grace and gratefulness.
Mhm.
And so when people do reach out with like all that love and saying all these things, I'm
Yes.
just like, yeah, what? And they just move me. I'm also like, yo, this should just make my motherfucking day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I really love that. I love what you're doing, and it's so needed. It's so necessary, and I love that you're connected with. You said Bloom homies, right?
Yeah. That's the squad.
Yeah, I love that. I think I was in a room on Clubhouse a while back with somebody who was from there. Eric? Yes, Eric.
I'm gonna be at his house on Saturday for Friendsgiving.
Oh, that's what's up.
Shout out to Eric Edsley.
Yeah,
That's one of the
maybe we get
OGs.
a Bloom homie episode going. We can get you guys to come
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
studio and talk all that.
That'd be tight.
Yes. Okay, Rick. What are y'all saying in the chat?
Okay, so over here we have David Solis saying enjoyed it. Marlena, thank y'all. Carol Mommy, what a great
Oh,
episode.
thank you.
Moza, great show. Y'all stay sexy, Marlena.
Always. There's no other option.
Ignore that next
Fix that
comment.
connection, Fig.
And it's on my phone.
But it was off of yeah.
Yeah.
Always active, you heard.
Heard.
And then always got to shoot your shot. Carol Mommy, Lord, give him the dungeon details.
Oh yes. See,
Oh.
Carol Mommy, she knows what's up.
Wow,
She's
y'all
not
giving
gonna let me forget that.
y'all recording.
Nicolette
gonna
was
give it to
saying,
everybody.
Right?
I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah.
Nicolette was saying, okay, not me putting the phone to my ear.
Oh yeah, that's when I was talking like
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He,
what it
he
was.
was getting in that
Yeah.
sexy mode.
I can do it for you.
Dropping into his body.
And then when you were doing the bars, David was
Mm.
saying, queremos más.
Hey, man, go write riffs on before that.
There you
Put an
go.
instrumental on. We can really turn it up.
And we got some new
Ooh,
comments
what do you wanna
here.
hear?
Always got to get shoot.
Always
Gang. Okay, Moza, gang.
Gang. Bloom.
But yeah,
Hey,
I can do some
Group
instrumentals
that
up
fool.
here. What you looking We could do that Doja one. Let's see.
Yo, that's a little bug. That was a little like.
All right. No worries. So if you
Dang,
got
let me see,
anything-
because now I feel like now I'm like in a sexy mood.
Oh, let's get it sexy. We like sexy at Sexual Frequency. We do.
You can look up Final Fantasy by Drake instrumental. I'm gonna tap my Instagram back into the sound though. For real.
Did it charge though?
Charge a little bit.
Okay, because I might have another connection that can connect both.
Oh,
and charge you at the same time.
In your bag or in the drawer?
Yeah, it got it.
I'll be in my bag.
Let's see, Final Fantasy Drake instrumental.
Yeah. We'll see how that vibes is. I wrote some into this way back when, but I literally can't even remember a lyric, so I'm just gonna figure it out.
Let's go. We like it. Off the top.
Yeah. Turn that up. Yeah. Right. Let me get some more instrumental. Hey. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Right. In the ear, drop the octave. Close up to your breath. Yeah, I'm all in. Damn. Yeah, Poppy, that's call it. Damn. No stopping and stalling. Homie, I be all in. Homie, I be thick. Hands filled with some thighs and my eyes and my lips. They kiss, they press, they want, they in this. I can't stop, but you with this. I really want to know if you looking for. Tell me what you need. I could give it to you all the way. Bad shit. Got us low on the ad libs. Damn. With that low tone, you know. Yo, let me get the instrumental up a little bit though.
I don't know how to do that.
Hey.
Ricky, ¿cuál?
Yo. On that bump, bitty bump.
Damn, that's like so hot.
Yeah. That.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oof.
Lipstick and they pressed on. Yeah. Like these nails when they stepped on. All cracked, all shade, all fade, what they mess with. Man, your face is a mess on. Damn, look at that makeup drip. Look at that hair get split. Look at them. Look at that. Sweat gon' drip. Lips gon' drip. Eyes gon' drip. Lips gon' lip. I'ma come in. Damn, you can feel that when I'm coming in. I might just explode. Oh, damn. Give it to me fast and give it to me slow. I be putting hits, yeah. I be showing legs, yeah. I be giving good dick if you want it. Damn. Don't miss on the options. Damn. Yeah. Just ask, I ain't flaunting, telling the truth. You man up all hard, get you higher than roof, get you higher than shoots, get you high in this booth, get you high in this booth, get you high in this boat. Damn. We can ride the boat. What's up?
Ooh, god damn.
Just right back to it. It's like ghost flows right on through it. Damn. I think they want the movement, think they want the vibe, think they want the hips when they gyrate. I might just look you straight in the eye, grip you in the throat, then take you by the side, press you to my hips, then press you by my side, bring you right in, then throw you on your eye. What they say like come on, I don't know.
Damn. How do you know I like sweat so much?
Yeah. Turn it up.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Yo, that was so fucking good. I'm gonna repost this shit.
Yeah.
Kara Mommy saying, Figgy, I hope you know you are getting the VIP treatment. Lorna doesn't go after hours for everyone.
Wow.
After hours, got us loaded, baby.
Most the same fire. Everybody's pretty fire emojis.
Pillow talk with my head down. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, fire. Man, that was so good. Like, real good.
I was trying to keep it in theme, you know?
Yeah,
Make it
I
sexy.
like it.
Yeah.
I love it. You did say you were kind of feeling in your, getting into that sexy vibe, right?
Yeah, right.
I love it. That was great.
I'm excited for some of these
Not
tracks.
me blushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's shit. I'm hella excited for that track.
To be honest, I wish I could remember some of my own lyrics because there's some I'm just trying to remember this track I've been working on recently that's just like really fucking hot. Mm-hmm. I've been like really trying to tap into like just like creating the space. And even like this song, the version that I actually wrote to it, it doesn't even get to a point of penetration in the song. Right. It's like everything else.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah.
and I love that too. Like I feel like in a lot of music that I listen to that's about sex, especially nowadays, it's like
Mhm.
immediately to the fuck,
Yeah.
immediately to the genitals. It's not like the tension, the building. I'm like, that shit's really fucking hot.
Yes.
That like I'm not even inside you yet, and it's you just
Yeah.
it's done. It's
You're already in like orgasm, like,
Right,
and you're
exactly.
already in that vibration that, like, all the juicy and yumminess, and that's definitely a part of it. Like, for like, yeah. See, this is why we need to have men like you on just fucking all of the outlets.
Yeah,
because
put me everywhere. Yeah,
yes, everywhere, everywhere, because so there's people are missing out so much,
it's true.
missing out just so much when that's just the focus. Everything that you talked about, like the build up, the anticipation, all of those things are beyond important, and that's what makes the experience amazing. Do we know how to connect that?
Yeah. So swap out. Yeah, and then swap that one
We're
out,
swapping
and then
cords.
where's the charger one?
Say that again.
Swap. Wait, do you have the
Oh.
charging one now? Is that
I did somewhere.
okay? hold
When
on.
you said swapping cords, swapping cords.
What we swapping?
We swap. Wait, we swapping. Charger. Yeah, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. We gonna be all right. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And so
I
y'all
got
for my
you.
Instagram.
Yeah, we got to get the people on Instagram.
Right. So I need to
listening.
charge y'all.
Is
and
it
then
charging?
also,
Yeah,
it's
right?
charging.
All right,
It's charging.
perfect.
We
Yeah,
chilling. We
perfect.
chilling.
Good.
Oh,
Now we can really
good.
do some. Now we can turn this shit up for real.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm gonna send y'all some instrumentals next time so I can do some shit live. Because it'd be some like
That would be dope. I would love to have my live show and you be the fucking guest and performer.
yeah.
I feel like that would be like fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't have to be in this side of town. I'm in El Sereno. So
Oh,
we
you
can,
are? Oh, that's
yeah,
closer to me. Yeah.
we got to do it,
Shouts to Northeast LA.
Yeah. I've been looking for a venue to have like a live show, but I have not been able to find like the right space yet.
Speaking of, I will tell y'all who are tapping in right now, both on IG and YouTube and everywhere else that we're going live, that I will be putting on one more show before the year's up. I'll be putting on a free show.
Okay.
And it will be a full improv set with a band. And so, yeah, I try to put one of those on a couple times a year for myself. I will say it's my most selfish show. If you are coming to listen to Figgy Baby songs, unfortunately, this is not it's not for you. This is like just getting down, just like whatever comes up, coming out, like right now type of vibes.
Yeah.
Just like whatever moment or spirit takes over is the one I'm gonna let take over. And that's why I make it free. And that's also why I call it my own selfish show. Because really it's just for me to like go in and just like tap into whatever in the moment.
I fucking love that so much because it's just whatever is alive in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna challenge that a little bit. You're saying that it's selfish, but this is you allowing yourself to be taken over by the download, to be taken over. And that is for everybody who's present. I truly believe that, like, when you do shows like that, it's the container, the people that are there are what's providing the energy, and that like is gonna fuel whatever message is alive for you at the moment. So yeah, you might think that it's selfish for you, but I feel like it really is for everybody who's going to be present there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because one person can make the difference in the lyrics that you're going to, share that night. So, damn, you got to let me know when that show is.
I said, do you have a date set yet?
I do not have a
still in
date.
the works?
No, it's still in the works. I just, usually what I do is I just like go out and be like, who wants to put on a show for me? And then usually I get a few responses and I'm just like, all right, yeah. Put together the band. It'll be with a couple homies and everything will be made up on the spot. You'll see me battle the bassist and get down with a drummer and we're going to make it. Jaded Eye, my producer, will be there with a beat set and probably have another performer just come through and rock, a homie too in the community. But yeah, just be a way to, get out the whole year and then we can move forward.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a good time.
I love
Look at that exhale.
I mean, for me, I know when I'm in my body, it's that exhale for me. When I get that exhale, I'm just like, yeah, this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
That's that post good exhale.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Karen Mommy saying, "There's your venue loaded. Go live before his show and after."
Carol always wanting to be plugging. Like she's trying to get me all up everywhere.
all up in it.
She is. Carol's a real one for
All
sure.
right. Hey.
Y'all got any questions for Figgy Baby?
You got any questions on Instagram? What y'all doing out here?
Yeah. What's up, Instagram? Let me say hi.
Oh. Hey, yo. Hey, everyone, go follow Sexual Frequency and go follow Goddess Lore,
Yes.
which is
Lotus Hustle on
Lotus
IG.
Hustle
Yeah.
on IG.
You'll find
Lotus
all
Hustle on
of
IG. S.frequency
S.
is the
Frequency.
on Instagram is the name of the show. Or I mean, find us on there. S.frequency.
Yes. I post mostly on Lotus Hustle. We're still building S stop frequency. We couldn't call it sexual frequency because with all of this like them shutting down Instagram accounts that are
Oh,
like
'cause it
too
was too-
sexual or all this like nonsense
All the
oppression.
nonsense.
S.
Yeah.
Frequency. There you go.
All the oppression bullshit.
I got one. It just says, "How you feeling, Fig?" I feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in a little bit of a funk the last couple of days,
Mhm.
and y'all really gassing me up
Yeah.
in a way that I feel like I haven't tapped into my like sexuality. And it's unfortunately because I think maybe the impression is we're on tour just like fucking everything.
Right.
And I was moving around so much, 5 shows, 3 workshops, all on different days in 3 different, 3 different
Wow.
cities. And over like 16 days plus the travel, it's only like 3 or 4 days that I don't have anything. And in those days I was either trying to rest or like see people that I know from out there.
Right.
So I feel like also this kind of sexual energy, right? Which is this sexual frequency is exactly what I needed to like tap into myself. And I might go home and might have a new, most recent time around.
You'll have to share that with us next time you come.
Oh, right now, Karen Mommy asking, "What do you love about the podcast, Figgy, and how was the experience?"
Oh dang, did I? Oh, that happened
But
when I was answering.
Yeah,
It reminded me of my It kind of reminded me of my hotness. Like I'd be forgetting sometimes, especially when I'm in funks or like I'm tired from work or it's the end of the year. I forget that like I'm hot as fuck.
Yeah,
Mad
you definitely are hot as fuck. Mad sexy.
That's what I'm talking about.
You mad sexy.
And that's a beautiful thing. That is a remarkably empowering and important thing. So I really, really am grateful for both of y'all for, kind of like getting me back in the vibe. And like
I love
now
it.
I'm gonna go home and write some hot shit too. Like not just have some hot moments with myself. I'm about to write some hot shit.
That's what it's about. And that like sexual connecting to your sexuality is your creative energy, like that's where you're letting it flow. That's where it all comes from. It's so powerful. I really truly feel it's the most powerful energy that we can harness.
Absolutely.
Like,
you got me now. I have all these lyrics in my head now. You just
I saw your lips.
I know you did see it, right? You saw it. I was like trying to I stopped it because I was like, oh, that's not a you're like, listen.
I saw the lip moving. So listen, we're here to inspire. Okay, this is what we do at Sexual Frequency, baby. You know what it is.
You know what the fuck it is.
Absolutely. Well, we don't want to keep you too long because you're inspired. You got all these lyrics flowing through you. We want to give you your time to go home and really be really embodied right now. So we want to get you home.
Feel the spirit, feel the energy.
Feel it.
Yeah, let's go. We're talking about it.
Absolutely.
Karen Mommy saying, "Leaving the show inspired." Love it.
Yeah, I do. I love it too.
That's good. That means you're doing it right.
Yeah.
I really do love the show. It's awesome. I think the space, how it's curated, all the purple, the chairs are nice. Just little like the lighting, I look cute. Like I just really
you do look really good.
Yeah. We look good. We look good. What's up, squad?
We all look good.
Squad?
What up, sexy squad?
Squad. And so thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to be back and do a little live show for y'all.
Yeah,
do some live shit.
It was a pleasure really to have you, and especially from someone who I feel like this is gonna sound kind of super cheesy, but it was like, oh, like celebrity status. Like Figgy Baby is my first celebrity, yo. Like
I appreciate
I'm
that.
excited.
We're building a good relationship for the future.
Absolutely. And you know what? We are trending up, baby. That's what it is. We're trending up. Like this is nothing but amazing things can come from a place of just wanting to be authentic and wanting to empower others to show up in their authenticity in whatever way that is. Not in the way we think that it should look or society says, but in the way that is just growing and moving through you. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, all of you who kept on the show for Pillow Talk.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
Caramel
you.
again. First sneak peek of the lyrics for Sexual Frequency fans, please.
First,
Carol be putting people on the spot, and I love
yeah, really right,
Carol's all give them the address to the dungeon right now.
Is Carol gonna be there?
Carol's in San Diego.
She'll make an appearance.
Listen,
she'll make it.
Carol has told me, she was like, I will be at the parties with my Tosti Locos just watching. She wants to be a voyeur. So
the voyeur is kind of hot too. Actually, you know what? Can I add one more? I'm sorry, we're after hours. We just keep on. I do want to say in terms of like sexual things that I haven't tried, I kind of like, I don't know, both, I think, as a voyeur, as a watcher of other folks. And also I think I'd be interested in having a live audience of me having sex. Would that be kind of like, I don't know if I want to make an OnlyFans or all that, but it's obviously, it's personal. You know, I work with youth and stuff, so I can't be out here doing wild shit, right? Yeah. My little cousin from Mexico just tapped in too, so let me.
It's like, just kidding.
But no, I will say in terms of kind of like another thing that I haven't tried that I'd be interested in is like an audience.
Yeah.
Because I'm a performer. Absolutely. And I only can imagine, and I film myself and have filmed, me and my partner, we do that and whatever. And I love watching that shit back. So fucking hot, God. And I feel like I turn on something else when I even know that there's a performance. And so I wonder if we had, folks watching or I had an audience, what that would kind of turn on in myself. And
have you seen the movie Midsummer?
Midsummer?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's oh my God. That's yeah, but that's like a horror film.
No, it is. But do you remember the scene where he walks in the barn and all of the women are there?
Absolutely right. And they're just like 20 of them, like even helping push, thrust, and yeah, that's just deep.
So that's not what I want to do, but what that inspired for me is something similar. What you're saying is like an audience, but also an audience that's like participating. Like I would love to have an experience of me being intimate with someone and having the room of people that are there, like mimicking in my moans and my sounds.
Wow, that like pleasurable empathy that's happening like in real time.
Yes,
that's deep. That also was a moment in that movie that was particularly profound. I thought they're like when they're crying, even they're like all crying with her. That's deep. We could it's a little less hot now because the movie, but in terms of a room full of people that are voicing your pleasure,
they're in your same frequency and just.
I am very audible too.
Yes.
Like I love sounds. I think that like sometimes I even look up. Well, being real, like I'll look up pornography or what I'm like pleasuring myself to, and I won't even be watching. I just like find stuff that has a lot of this kind of like the sounds, and that really for me is I love the sounds of things. So now you really pushing me to think about.
I put it on my speaker when like if I'm watching a video on my phone, I'll put it on my speaker because I want to just be immersed. I want to feel it. I want to hear it big time.
What's going on here?
We got a comment. Yeah, Marlena was saying there's a book I read called Pussy, and it mentions hosting a class in college that had a demonstration of a sexual act and how to make a woman climax or have the ultimate climax.
That's gangster. First of all, I'm only imagine what that class was or that college.
And Carol Mommy says, I'll come through.
She's coming. Carol's coming to the dungeon.
Yo, what's up?
Right, there you go. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I know this sounds wild, but I'm pretty sure that somebody, I just got a text of like someone naked.
Hey.
I really feel like, I'm not even going to lie. Like I just like saw that and like, it was like a image.
Right.
And I like.
You're like, oh.
I don't even...
Well, hopefully they were listening to you on the show and they were inspired by, some of the things that were said live on the show tonight.
I really got lyrics in my head. I really do. I'm just like, it's everywhere. You just got to grab it. Slide the door open. She slide right between chest and the wall, both eyes of my jeans. You fun, you a string. Can I pluck you? finger your skin, can I fuck you or something? I can't even.
Oh,
I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out.
yes, please.
Wow.
That was great.
I just
Wow.
gotta check your DM, and then from a separate person, I got correct.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, they coming through. They're
They're-
putting
yo,
down.
they-
They're picking up what you're putting down.
I guess. Oh wow. Hey y'all. On that note, I gotta go home and write
Yes.
or something else.
There you go.
We appreciate you being here so much. I'm looking forward to episode 2, a live audience show manifesting big things because we trending up, baby.
Trending up. Let's
We
go.
trending
Sexual
up.
frequency.
That's right.
Absolutely. Catch us Wednesdays at 9 p.m. We will be here on the Good News Radio Network, live on YouTube. If you're catching us on the replay, that's fine too. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of the places. Do you want to drop anything? Like, what do you have up your sleeve besides your live show? Any little, special projects that you might, not little projects, but anything projects that you're working
I think
on?
I'll be dropping one more song before the year ends as well,
Okay.
called Provider,
Hell,
that we're
okay.
working on right now. And that definitely is in the realm of like watermelon earrings.
Oh.
And that will
nice.
be sometime in like mid-December. My birthday's in December, so I might drop it on my
yeah.
birthday. I'm
Okay, I love
December
that.
what?
Yes.
23rd. I'm a Capricorn.
All right on.
And is that why I just already said the Capricorn because I figured
Stop
that's why they
with
asked.
the Capricorn.
Is that
I
I'm the
swear.
goat. Hey, look at my chain.
Listen,
It's a chain right there.
I didn't even notice. There's something
That's dope.
about me attracting or bringing into my field Capricorn
Is
men.
that true?
That is
Well, look at you.
very true. And I have to say that you are the most evolved Capricorn man that I have ever met.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, you're actually probably one of the most evolved men, period, I've ever
Wow,
met.
damn. Evolved.
But you're very what is it, tapped in and turned on, and the
Definitely
world
turned on.
the world needs your voice, and we appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. We love it. We trending up, and we will see y'all soon. Live show. It's
Live
coming.
show.
It's gonna
Done.
happen.
Easy.
Yeah, look, Carol already. Capricorns, Lord.
She knows.
We
She
talk
knows.
we talk about this pretty regularly.
Ay,
Carol,
ay, ay.
Mommy, Marlena, thank you guys for sticking with us. All of you who are still on here, we love you. That was Pillow Talk, and we will see y'all soon.
Very soon.
Appreciate it,
Love
y'all.
you.
Happy holidays, y'all. Happy
Bye.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. Happy
Peace.
Indigenous Harvest Day.
Happy Indigenous Harvest Day.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you eat it. See now.
Right. See, now you can't even
No.
you can't even call no one a dick either. You don't want to say.
Oh man.
I know some of y'all.
All right. Have a good one, y'all. Bye,
Yeah.
y'all.
All right, peace. Y'all love you.
Like when people say, oh my God, suck a dick. I'm like, why?